Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today is one of my favorite days. It's PLE Day. That's right, Bad Blood. Going to be coming on tonight. It's going to have a special start time, so I wanted to hurry up, get this out there. Number one, remind you who's on the card. Number two, to kind of give you who I think is going to win, who I think is going to lose. First up, we're going to talk about CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, Hell in the Cell. The only Hell in the Cell match on this pay-per-view. It's supposed to be a throwback to when the Bad Blood in 1997 the first time that the Hell in the Cell was seen, and you had Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker with It's Gotta Be Kane. That's right, the debut of Kane. Now, the only thing that I think that would have made this sweeter is pay-per-view is actually going to be in Georgia. I would have loved to see it in St. Louis because I would have had a better chance of being there. Yes, that's right. St. Louis was the original birthplace of the Hell in the Cell. That's where you first saw the debut of it. So, who do I think is going to win? I think it's going to be a CM Punk. All right. CM Punk is on fire. It only makes sense to me. I think that's the only way that we get to move off of this feud is if CM Punk wins. And I think that we need to, going into the Survivor Series, which rolls right into 2 months later, or in this case, it's going to be 3 months later, the Royal Rumble. As we know, Royal Rumble, road to WrestleMania, so it's going to be fast. It's going to be quickly approaching. It's going to be fast paced from about this point on. As soon as we hit Survivor Series, it's like a shoot all the way to WrestleMania. So I think that we need to get over with this pay-per-view, needs to get this match and this series done and over with so that they can, start focusing on those new storylines. That's number one. Next one is going to be Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. I have very, very high hopes for this because I think this feud has been going really good, and I think this can elevate both of those two to stay in the title hunt type picture because Seth Rollins just came back this past Monday. Plus, we have Drew McIntyre. Plus, we have CM Punk. So those people are already getting in there. How do you interject? You have to put on a really good match. And I think Finn Balor and Damian Priest will be able to make that happen. Now, as far as who I think is going to win, I think it's going to be Finn Balor. I think it has to be Finn Balor in order to make the Judgment Day still look like they're relevant. If not, the rest of the matches on these cards, if they go into the favors of the good guys, I think Judgment Day, what's the point of having them around? Just to have them as a laughing stock. There's too much good talent on that to make them go down to the mid card. I think they need to keep somebody in that world title type picture. So I think it's going to be Finn Balor. Then we have Nia Jax versus Bayley for the title. I think Nia Jax comes out of this as the champion, but with a little bit of controversy between her and Tiffany Stratton again, because it's setting up for that perfect blow up between Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax. I think what ends up happening is if Tiffany Stratton were to cash it in, Tiffany Stratton is going to come out looking like the good girl out of all this because of all the mean things that Nia Jax has been doing and all that kind of stuff and trying to push her weight around, So I don't want to see that happen just yet. I want to see it come closer to maybe Survivor Series, maybe even Royal Rumble. I want to see Tiffany Stratton get that big push because she is an incredible talent. She has captivated the hearts of many, let's say. Next thing is going to be, so I think Nia Jax is going to be Bayley. Now, next one is going to be Liv Morgan with Rhea Ripley for another title with Dominic Mysterio inside a shark cage. That's cool and all, but are we not forgetting that there's the rest of Judgment Day that's not going to be in the shark cage? Multiple different ways for Liv Morgan to utilize them in order to keep the title, which I think is what's going to end up happening. And it's going to be one of those things where the Judgment Day outsmarts Rhea Ripley. I think Liv Morgan wins by some kind of dastardly deed, whether or not she keeps the title because of, disqualification or if she keeps the title because they helped it. Either way, I think it's setting up for another match between Rhea and Liv Morgan. So then finally, we have Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, the true tribal chief, the original OG, versus the Bloodline. Now, I think, again, this is going to be the Bloodlines are going to win, and I think the reason why is because I think this might be the night that we see Kevin Owens turn on Cody Rhodes. I think that Kevin Owens is going to say, hey, I told you can't trust the Bloodline, so on and so forth. Something's going to happen, and it's going to push Kevin Owens over the edge. That's what I'm thinking, because it sets up perfectly for KO and Cody Rhodes to have a match at Survivor Series, and it helps out with Roman Reigns formulating his own group to take on the new bloodline, I think. Maybe. Let's see what happens. So kind of have a rundown. I have CM Punk winning. I have Finn Balor winning. I have Nia Jax winning. I have Morgan winning. And I have the Bloodline winning. So I have a lot of bad guys winning, you know. I just don't see a whole lot of the good guys winning their matches. And if the people who have titles against it win, I don't think that they're winning and they're getting the titles. So and I kind of hate those type of finishes, but we'll see. So, what is your thoughts? Who do you think is going to win? Write down in the comments, please. Like, subscribe. I'd love to have the dialogue. Let's see if I'm right. Let's see if I'm wrong. Let's see how many times I'm wrong. Let's face that one. All right. Have a great day. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. Hopefully, I'll see you on the other side of this, and most of my picks are right. Have a great day. You deserve it. See you later.